Hello and welcome to my bedroom floor and weird lighting because I have no film equipment and this is my phone, so I also don't have a microphone, so I hope it sounds okay. I'm really trying not to look at my face because I know you're supposed to sort of like look in the camera and not at the viewfinder, but I'm trying my best. I am making something which I will... It is a net for reasons I haven't quite developed yet, I suppose, but it's something that I'm passionate about and it's something for art school, for university. So anyways, I don't know, I was just thinking about life and thinking about, because making this is quite a time-consuming process. I basically just have to tie hundreds and hundreds of knots. Like there's 100 strands of wool that I've hung up on my tripod and an easel, because I don't have my studio at the moment because of social distancing, because my university shut down. So I'm doing my best with the circumstances. At least I'm able to do it. I, feel really bad about my friends who do ceramics and don't have access to, the wheels and the kilns, and it's quite hard to make that kind of art in somewhere where you don't have these big expensive pieces of machinery. And I'm restricted as well in what I can do. I haven't got the sort of big open ventilated space for like oil painting and stuff, and also I haven't got the input of a bunch of actual artists who are the teachers there that can actually help process my ideas and help give me feedback and stuff. So I'm kind of on my own for the moment. I think the thing about a time like this is you've just gotta hope that things are gonna go back to normal soon, but in the meantime, do what you can. It's there's no sense in shutting down completely. I think a lot of good things have come from periods of turmoil. Not that the turmoil should have happened, but at the end of the day the outcome was somewhat positive. But at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of pressure for especially creatives to sort of get on that grind and be making a lot of things while you're sort of stuck with all this free time and aloneness, when in reality something like this is quite traumatic in a sense, in that it's like a huge disruption to most people's lives, and that can make it very difficult. I'm finding it very difficult to actually sort of carry on and make something. I have sort of like, my brain's gone completely blank. I'm only sort of making this because it's something that I already had started. It's like, I may as well finish it, and this was my like get the ball rolling kind of artwork, and it's sort of become the only artwork that I've been making at the moment, which isn't great. I've done the odd little painting here and there just to like get some ideas out, but other than that, all this chaos has kind of like made my brain like completely go blank. So I feel like if you're in a similar situation to me where you feel like you should be making something but you're just like incapable of it, it's perfectly fine to not because there's every possibility that you might get sick and you might have to spend time away from home, and your life will be even more uprooted. I think doing what you can with what you've got at the moment is all anyone can really be expected to do. But again, it's easier said than done. I'm finding it quite difficult. I've been sort of spending my days just waking up really late and mulling around, and then having lunch, which was exactly the same as yesterday, and then maybe going on the computer and playing Minecraft or watching YouTube videos or something, or Netflix, and it doesn't feel very productive. Technically, I think my university has sort of like moved the holiday forward, so I'm technically on holiday at the moment, and we've got like online lectures and stuff starting soon, so I've got a few days to sort of technically chill out, but there is a sort of guilt, especially when you've been when panic. I feel like when I'm you know, doing an essay or something, I use the sort of panic of it to motivate me to do it. It's like, oh god, I don't want to fail, so I will do it. Which manifests differently for different people. Some people, you know, only get that panic like the night before and suddenly it's a, you know, 6-hour essay or something, whereas I've slowly trained myself, because I used to be that kind of person where I'd leave it to the night before, and I still do. I mean, I had an artwork, I don't actually know where the artwork's gone, but I had an artwork which was like a little embroidery thing, and I was the day that we had to sort of hang it up at uni to then leave it for the critiques the next day, or for marking. I left, I spent like 4 hours just sitting in like a common room area, just like furiously sewing, and I finished it, but I did have a lot of neck and back pain because I was sitting there hunched like this trying to get it done. So I don't recommend that, but it definitely does, I guess. It's definitely a good motivator, stress and panic. But yeah, so I feel that sort of stress at the moment where I feel like I should be doing something and I feel like I should be making something, because, you know, over the Christmas break, not doing anything was kind of justified because, you know, I've spent a whole like academic year. I've been, you know, on the grind for quite a while. And so it feels justified to have a month or two where I'm doing a bit of work, getting some money, and then just, you know, letting my brain regenerate itself or whatever. Giving it some space. So then, because I think a lot of creative pursuits can be quite mentally draining, like physically, maybe I didn't do the most, like it's not like I was like lifting heavy boxes for the entire year or something. I do that a bit at work, but it's not what I do full time. So university is mostly just like a bit of painting, some lectures, you know, talking to people. It's not like, I think the most strain on my body is just getting there on public transport and having to walk a bit and get on a bus. And, you know, some people are ruthless in the city. Like, oh, before like all this stuff happened, the bus I get, it only comes in the morning and in the evening, so it's like designed for like people that work a 9 to 5 in the city. And the bus stop is like so poorly designed. Like it's like the little shelter and then the bus stop. Sorry, I'm looking in the thing just so I can see what it is. There's the little shelter and then the bus stop's here. And so this is like a wall that goes almost up to the road. And so people wait in the shelter, but then they have to sort of go like quickly jump around to here, and then so everyone queues up here. And then when the bus comes, it's just like a fucking, oh, it's crazy. And there's been times when I've had like my backpack and I have like a little trolley full of my oil paints and stuff, and then a duffel bag and a tote bag and a jacket and my phone and my bus pass, and I've just had to like, you know, wait for all these people and hobble on and then stand on the bus because all the seats are full, and just sort of like, and it's you know, it's not people's fault obviously because they don't know me, they don't, but you know, I feel it's a bit sad for me because I get on at the first stop in the morning and then get off at the last stop. There's only one stop or 2 stops in the city, but on the way back, obviously it goes from the city and then it goes to like a suburb near me and then all through there to my house, or like to near my house. But my stop's the last stop, so I go from end to end, and so I'll spend, if I don't get a seat, I'll spend a majority of it standing. But you know, I'm young, I have legs that work most of the time, have very weak ankles. Fun fact, well, maybe not so fun, but fun fact, I have very weak ankles because I spent my youth wearing Crocs. And as you know, Crocs are like these rubber clogs which offer no arch support, no, you know, they're not really shoes. I wouldn't call them shoes, I'd call them foot coverings and maybe like beach wear. But shoes? Questionable. Anyways, I think my ankles are slowly getting up to what they should be because I've been not wearing Crocs for the past 10 years, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember when I stopped wearing Crocs, honestly. Life's a blur. But yeah, I spent all these years wearing Crocs with my foot just sort of like rattling around in this rubber shell or whatever they're made of, and oh dear, we had to go to the podiatrist because my sister had some issues, and we're both sitting there in the podiatrist's office, both wearing our Crocs, And the podiatrist turns to my mum and is like, you need to, like, they'll have to wear other shoes, like, it's not good for their feet, they're not good shoes, like, you know, the pool, the beach maybe, or just like, you know, popping outside for something. But because I was wearing them like shoes, like, you know, every morning I would go, like, if I, you know, not going to school, but like in the morning going to the shops or something, or going out, I'd put on my Crocs, and then I'd spend the whole day in my Crocs, and then I'd come home and take off my Crocs. But I lived in them for too many years, and it was not good. So if you're a parent and you're considering Crocs as footwear, don't. For your children, don't do that. But yeah, somehow we're on Crocs. Anyway, I think the moral of the story here is that you shouldn't feel pressured to be making something at the moment, because it is a very weird time and everyone's feeling quite weird. I think the only people that aren't feeling weird are the ones whose lives, you know, like the ones who have enough money to be able to isolate, the ones that don't have to, you know, work a job. I still have to go to work because I'm an essential worker, even though I just work in like a pet shop essentially, or like a pet supply store. So like a grocery store, but for dog food and fish food and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm not working as often as I would normally, but I'm still working, which is a bit scary. And, you know, my hand is like, I don't know if you can see, but I've got like all this red on it because my hand is just not liking me putting on hand sanitizer every 5 minutes. And like, I could maybe wear gloves, but then I'd have to maybe like sanitize it. I don't know. It's very complicated, and it's just easiest for me to just like wash my hands a lot and use hand sanitizer. But boy, my skin does not like it one bit. But it's definitely better than having the virus. So a little bit of dermatitis for no virus at the moment. I'll take that, you know. It's the little wins that you have. Yeah, anyways, you shouldn't like feel like you need to take all this free time to make stuff, because the obsession with productivity is quite damaging, and is sort of a pollutant from the extremely capitalist society that Australia and America and the UK and like sort of big Western societies, the pollutants of capitalism leach into every facet of your life. And so you have to, you know, try to fight back against that, and hopefully one day we'll change the society to not be so like production focused, because your worth should not be determined by the amount of labor and the amount of value that you can create. It should be on the way that you think and what you can bring to society that's not a physical product that can be bought and sold to create a profit. Just a little fun fact for you. But I don't know, I think that kind of mindset is very damaging, especially for creative people, because it's not like I don't know, what's a product? I don't know, like, because I don't know many, like, I don't know any sort of factory workers who would like work on like a production line making like a very sort of commodity, like, I don't know, my phone or something. I don't know anyone that makes that kind of a product. But, you know, say you're a carpenter, I don't know, like like that is a very much like just you build a thing and then you sell the thing, and then you build a thing and you sell the thing, whereas a creative job is much more, I don't know, it's much more abstract, I guess. And I've got a giant knot which I don't work with string. I mean, like, it makes cool stuff, I'll give it that, but boy is it tedious. I have like, I don't know, I keep picking wool to work with. Like, I have a scarf that I've been working on since last year, which is only gotten this far with it. I could maybe make like squares and then like a patchwork sort of thing, but you know, that's another thing I'm working on. I don't know, I feel like use all this time as an opportunity instead of like using it to further your career or your business or something. Use it as just a time to look after yourself and to make sure your friends are doing okay, make sure your family's doing okay. You know, connect with people as hard as it can be, because obviously you can't really see many people, but try to, I don't know. It's funny because I've not really been taking my own advice. I've been kind of living in my own hole, but, you know, I'm trying to stay connected with friends, because I think once if you haven't got that sort of productivity to keep yourself going, like the work part of a work-life balance, you've only really got the friendships left. So that's something to nurture and to maintain, and it's hard. I still haven't quite I still don't quite know how to navigate like the adult friendships kind of realm, because, you know, I'm quite young. I'm only 20. I've only you know, been out of high school for a few years, and, you know, university is quite different because all the people that I not work with, but the people I go to uni with are all from quite different parts of Sydney. So, you know, people have like, I have like an hour long commute into the city in the mornings and in the afternoons, and then some of them have like a 3-hour commute, and it's like, I don't know, it's crazy knowing people sort of like who are not physically that far away. It's just getting to the city is a nightmare. But I don't know, it's hard to maintain those kind of friendships when the only time you can see them is at university, and university timetables are quite flexible. So some people are there different days, and some people only have like 2 hours or something, and they go home early. And then they're just the friends that you know, are at university, you like in close proximity to them. Then there's, you know, my old high school friends, or like friends from other things that maybe I don't go so much anymore, but like it's, I don't know, adulthood friendships are not exhausting because that makes it seem like a chore, but they're definitely a lot more work than high school. Like I think the one thing I missed from high school was sort of being forced to see my friends, because at least that way I, you know, every weekday I'm guaranteed to get some sort of social interaction, which is quite good for at least my brain, and I feel like it's good for most people's brains. Like, you know, humans are very social creatures, and you need that kind of connection to, I guess, and I mean, not everyone, but I feel like most people need just a little bit at least of human connection every now and then. And, you know, family, my family's great, I love them a lot, but you don't get to pick your family, your blood relatives, I suppose. You can definitely pick a family, but the ones that are related to you, you don't get to choose them. So there's definitely tensions that arise within that, because, you know, your families just, you know, find different interests within them, because the way you meet is through birth, and you just happen to be the kid that they have. So, you know, you don't really get to have any say in the family that you end up with, for better or for worse, but you make it work. You do what you can. But there is something to be said for friendships where you sort of form bonds based on common interests, and there's something to be said about connecting with people your own age. Like, you know, I love my parents, but they're definitely, you know, older. Be concerning if they were my age. So there's obviously going to be differences that I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't even know what the time is. It is 11:59. We're going into a new day. I've got so much wool. Like, I don't know, I'll maybe make a video about like talking about the significance of red in my artistic practice, and the net, and I'm still trying to figure out all this kind of stuff. So if there is someone that maybe watches this and you are interested in the artistical purposes of a big red net, let me know, and I might do something with that, because I haven't got much else to do. I'm gonna have like online uni soon, but it's not gonna be as much, I don't have to commute, I don't have to go to a physical building to get learned. I'm just going to be at home for the next while, so I'll definitely have more free time, so I can maybe make some things, because I don't know, I like art making, I love, but I just haven't found any sort of inspiration to paint anything. So making a video, and especially this kind of video, is much easier, because I can just sit here, be doing something and talking, and I don't know, I don't want to bother all my friends and like talking their ear off about certain things, and I can just sort of talk to the void, and maybe someone will pop in and say hi. But anyways, I probably will finish this up, because I don't know how much storage is left on my phone. Definitely need to sort out a better way. Like, look at this. Oh, it's chaos. I miss my studio so much. I was just getting settled in, and then, you know, I bought a rug, I bought a tub for my things that I could just chuck it into the tub, and, you know, then I had to escape from the virus, and ooh, this is my triangle hairdo. Anyways, yes, I think I will end it here. I hope that this was interesting. I hope that you got something out of it. Bottom line is, if you are someone that it makes things creative, or just thinks creatively, or writes or something like that, don't feel pressure to you know, be a creative machine. Like, you're not a machine, you're a person, so take care of yourself. look after your family, do what you can, stay inside, wash your hands and all that, but you know, do your best to take care of your mental health as well, because it's hard to do things if your mental health isn't in check. But anyways, yes, hope you're all well, be safe. I will maybe be here soon to do other things, and I hope that this was cool. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for watching if you are there. Good night.